Trigonometric ratios. Stupid name for what you guys will know. Sorry about my pen being a funny colour. I think the green and the black were sitting together for a little bit too long. They've leached into each other. So you'll know it as Jacaranda, okay? Or sine theta equals opposite over hype. Cos theta equals adjacent over hype. And tan theta equals opposite over adjacent. And they're the three trigonometric ratios. They can be used to work out angles or sides depending on the question you're asked. So for example, question 1a gives you a diagram. It has 43 degrees there, 12 kilometres there, and an x there. So the first thing you need to worry about is which side is which. You know which side is the hypotenuse. That's always opposite the right angle, which I forgot to draw in. So this is the hypotenuse. Okay? Which one is opposite? Which one is adjacent? It's quite simple, really. Opposite is opposite the angle. Adjacent is next to. So adjacent means next to. Opposite means on the other side of the shape. So opposite. So in this one, we're using O and H, which means we're calling on the sine ratio. So we're going sine theta equals O over H. Okay. Sine of 43 degrees equals x divided by 12. Now if you want to get x on your own, your first step is to multiply by 12. So we go 12 sine 43 degrees equals x. If you calculate that, which I will do and come back to you, you get the answer. Okay, what seemed like a couple of seconds to you was a lot longer for me. Okay, because there are some issues with the calculator that I need to talk to you about. And that's kilometres. So x is 8.18398 kilometres. Now I'm going to stop the recording again and I'm going to come back with a calculator. I'm going to talk to you about what you actually have to do to get this to work on your calculator. Okay, so here's a clean screen on my calculator. That last question we did, I need to do 12 sine, okay, which can be found by hitting the trig button, 43. Okay, straight away you get the exact answer. We don't want the exact answer, we want the approximate answer. And you can see that's negative 9.98. Now if you're working out the side of a shape, you would know that that's not actually going to be right. You can't have a negative length on a side. So when I tried to do it, I worked out that was wrong. Now we've got to work out how to fix it. Okay, and it's quite simple really. If we go 12 sine 43, and we need to press the symbol button, okay, and we need to choose degrees, and then press Control Enter, you can see we get 8.18398, which is the correct answer. So you need to make sure if you're working with degrees, you actually put the degree symbol in. Now I'll show you where to find these buttons on your calculator. The trig button is here. Okay, you can see it quite clearly there. That'll get up all the trigonometric ratios like this for you. So you can choose between sine, cos, tan. Okay, or sine to -1, cos to -1, and tan to -1. Don't worry about CSC, SEC, and COT. You don't need to worry about them. Alright, the next button you need to work out, I need to be shown where it is the symbol button, and that's the symbol button down here. It's this one that brings up those degree symbols. Okay, so you can see you've got question mark, exclamation mark, dollar sign, and then degrees. So that's where you pull those ones from. So if you're working on chapter 8 and you are working with these sine, cos and tan things, make sure you put in your degrees, please. Otherwise you're just going to end up with the wrong answer because it might not always be negative. So that last question was all about finding a side. What if you need to find an angle? Oh, I forgot to put my right angle in again. This is the hypotenuse and this is the opposite. Okay, so we're calling on sine again. So sine theta equals O over H. Okay, we're trying to find theta, so we're just going to have to leave theta as it is, equals the opposite, which is 400 divided by 500. Okay, so sine theta equals, let's just simplify that to 4 over 5. Then you need to do this funny thing, theta equals sine to the -1 of 4 over 5. And if you do that on your calculator, you should come up with the right answer. Okay, yet again, that to you would not be very long at all. but there's something else we need to talk about again with the calculator. So I'll pause the recording, I'll get my calculator set up and I'll be back. Okay, here we are again with the calculator. Now what I needed to do for that last one was sine to the -1 of 4 over 5, which is 0.8. Okay, if I press Control Enter, I get 0.927. Now in the context of the question, that makes no sense at all, because the question was asking about a triangle that has side lengths of 500 and 400, and we're saying that angle is 0.927. That's just silly. So I knew something was wrong yet again. So here's how I fixed it. Putting it in, like, I couldn't work it around. So what I want you to do, guys, is make sure when you start this topic, I want you to go into your settings. So press Home, and then go into Settings, all right, and go into General, okay. And in this angle here, I want you to make sure that this actually reads degree, okay, because what happens then, okay, if I go back to my current document and I press Enter again, okay, it actually comes out as a degree instead of in radians. Now I haven't tested it yet, so we'll test it right now. If we go 12 sine 43, Control Enter, okay, so that'll fix both issues. Alright, so if you go into your Home, go into Settings, go into General, and make sure that that degree, that angle there actually reads degree, not radian, okay, and what will happen is all of your worries when it comes to this particular chapter will go away, because everything you do is in degrees. If at any stage they ask you for radians, I don't think they will, but if at any stage they ask for radians, I will let you know when to change it back. But make sure that setting is right, because that's going to prevent you having to put in that degree symbol like I said in that previous calculator video, and it's going to help you work out the angles properly.